Thursday. Time 6:06 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hope you guys are having a great day, a great week so far. Hope everything is going well. Counting down these days to Thanksgiving. We're out next week. The kids are out of school next week. So don't forget, they're out next week. I don't know how this works everywhere, but here, I know in Alabama, the kids are out for the whole week. And I'm sure, is it like that all over this country? I think it is, but I'm not in other states, so I don't know. But yeah, here in Alabama, the kids are out for a whole week. So they got today and tomorrow. And then they'll be out. And I'll be off work for a whole week. If you're working on a college campus, it, these college campuses are closing. The students are going home. The ones that can't go home, the ones from another country can't, so they just stay on campus. But don't forget about them. If you're friends with them, don't forget about those kids that can't go home because they're not able to. But I know some of these students won't be able to come back because got this guy from Italy. When he leaves, he said he got to leave in December, and he's not allowed to come back to this country. So kind of messed up, but it is what it is. I was telling him yesterday that he's going to be missed because he a cool kid. But yeah, shout out to Marcello. He's from Italy. So on to bigger and better things. It's the way I said. When one door closes, another one opens. So wishing him well when he goes home in December. I think it's in December. He said it's not too long from now. But yeah, we get out. He graduates. I think he honestly graduates. So he'll be finished with his college, the whole college thing, because he does graduate in December, December 12th. That's when they graduate at this college where I work. But fall graduation. So yeah, wishing him well. Hopefully he can do what he wants to do with his life in his own country because he wanted to stay here, but he said he couldn't find a job in the field that he's going in, which that normally happens here in this country. Then you can't find no job, can't find in the field that you're trying to go into. But I hope everyone's having a good morning. See if anybody comes in this morning. I know it's early. Normally I have people coming on here. Thank you for coming in. Talking about these Christmas break is coming up. Thanksgiving is coming up. The kids gonna be out for a week. Hope you guys are having a good morning. What's going on this week? How's work? How's school for the school kids? Y'all ready for Thanksgiving? What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? What are you guys cooking? The same meals like dressing, stuffing. That's the big debate. Is dressing and stuffing the same thing? I don't think it is. Is dressing and stuffing the same thing to you guys? And if it's not, which one tastes better? Dressing tastes better to me. I don't know. Stuffing seems more like, I don't know, seems bland. Not enough taste to it. Dressing tastes better. But collard greens versus turnips, yams versus sweet potato. Yeah, yams casserole, sweet potato pie. Then you got pumpkin pie versus sweet potato pie. Which one's better? Which one do you like better? Being that Thanksgiving is coming up. How's everybody doing? Make sure you hit that thumbs up button as you come in. Like, subscribe. People in the back, if there's anybody in the back, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tasha. This is Waking Up with Tasha. I started counting. This is like number 32. It's way more than 32, but when I changed the name, I started counting because I kept this name the same. So I had to start numbering them because it can't be um the same thing. But we're gonna start talking about hope you guys having a good day. Take care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Talking about Thanksgiving, what's going on with Thanksgiving and the kids getting out for Thanksgiving for a week. Do they get out for a week where you guys are? I'm sure they're ready for that. My son is said he's gonna start teaching him how to drive during that week. We're gonna see if he does or not. So what's going on in your world? Everybody's taking care of themselves, having self-care moments. You gotta take care of yourself first so you can take care of everybody else. That's what I had to learn that with. I still tend to put other people before me sometimes, but I have to remember if I don't take care of myself, I'm not gonna be here to take care of nobody else. So I always remember that. Take time out for yourself mentally, and it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. November is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Men, make sure you're taking care of yourselves, taking care of your mental health. It's not a weakness to show that you need help. Um, there's strength in asking for help, so it's not a sign of weakness. But I'm gonna get on this topic. Something came up at my job. I don't know how we got on this, but with a couple of my coworkers, this male and female coworker, they were talking about something yesterday, and he walked up and said something. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was relating to hygiene. So he relate hygiene and cleanliness as far as like keeping yourself clean. So I'm gonna get talking about dude wipes, and I use like equate they work this well, but dude wipes are adult wipes for men. So they're bigger. These aren't open, so I'm gonna open them. But they're bigger and wider than these. These are like more they're thinner. These are like thicker and bigger because they're for men. So see, as you can see, it says extra large. So they're bigger because they're men's and they're for men. But get back to the story. But I was telling him that the guy that he should use dude white, and he was like something like it went totally left like real quick because he was like, "Do you use them?" I was like, "Yeah, I use adult wipes, which dude wipes are adult wipes, but they're just for men, but made for men specifically, because these are like really I really say women because they're like smaller in size and they're like thinner. So but he hops up and says to me and my other female coworker that y'all he was like cause he was like y'all must he asked first of all he asked do I use them. I said, yeah. After I use, he was like, do you use tissue or the wipes? I was like, I use both. So I was like, after I use the tissue, and I think I'm finished cleaning myself, then I go behind and use these. And I told him then he says to me, he asked did she use them? She ain't say nothing, but she did say something. I forget what she said. She was like maybe or something like that. But he goes off and says something like way left, talking about do me do she and I said something about her and me. I don't know how far I can take this on this is YouTube. Her and I having how can I say this? Having ants from the back, anal. I don't know if I can say that because they might strike me. I don't know. Some gonna pop up having like anal relations, but I don't know how to put that. But that went totally left. I was like, that has nothing to do with this, and I was like, you should use dude wipes, and he was like, he uses tissue. I was like, you should also use dude wipes too. I said, after you I went on to say the same thing. I was like, after you use the tissue and you think you're clean, go behind using after you use the tissue, use dude wipes and see what happens. But he was like, nah, I'm good. He literally thought that it had something to do with his masculinity, me telling him to use dude wipes. He was trying to make it seem like I was saying that that he has relations with men. That's what he was making it like. I was saying like people that's gay and sleep with men use dude wipes because they're having sexual relations with men, but that has nothing to do with it. So he took somebody telling him that using dude wipes and making sure yourself is making sure you're clean after you have a bowel movement is something as gay, which it wasn't. So this is how ignorant some people are, and the level of ignorance some people are. So it don't mean because the guy's up in age. He got to be around the same age as me, if not a little bit older, and I'm 45. So he probably like 47, 48, if not older. He's somewhere around there. But because he's dealing with, I know he cool with these other females that I work with, and they older than me. So at least a couple years older than I am. So he got to be at least 47 or 48, somewhere around there. But yeah, he totally took that and ran with it, which is interesting. I was like, how is keeping yourself clean when you after you have a bowel movement got to do with um, having being gay, which is nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying he just took it like way left, and it was kind of crazy. So I just found that interesting. So I was just was telling that story because it was like really weird. I was like, what? I thought myself. I started to say like, dude, just go on, because you just took that way too far. That really didn't have nothing to do with you keeping yourself clean. So he basically just told me and this other female that he only uses tissue after he has a bowel movement. And I went on to like, say to the female coworker, so we know that he's walking around here and he's not clean. I was like, that's why men be having marks in their underwear because they're only using tissue and not using dude wipes. Adult wipes for men. Dude wipes are adult wipes for men. So use tissue and these, or you can only use these if you want to. But I prefer to use both. I don't use these. These are my sons. But I use these. So, cause this I use these. But yeah, hopefully that helps somebody, especially men, being his men's mental health awareness, but it has nothing to do with mental health. I know it's a big thing out here. I know especially when you're dating people, people always bring up, especially on these pop balloons and stuff, episodes and all this and this. But it is important to have good hygiene. Hygiene is very important. So just keep that in mind. I don't care who you are, female, male. Hygiene is very important. That goes with brushing your teeth, flossing, using mouthwash, because I do all three. Make sure you're brushing your teeth for 2 minutes. Each time you do it, if you eat candy, brush your teeth after. So make sure you keep yourself clean. Women, make sure your pH balance is on point. You don't want to go around here smelling bad, because men will talk about you, and women will talk about you too. That's what I was telling my son when I was telling him this story about this guy that I was working with yesterday, and him not using. So now this girl going around saying it's funny. Cause talking about he got nah, I ain't gonna say it, but now she going around playing and joking with him about him not being clean because he don't use dude wipes. But that's what he basically told us, that he was dirty. So just keep that in mind, guys. Use dude wipes. Keep yourself clean. Hygiene is important. Wear deodorant. Find some deodorant that works. I know one time I bought my son this. He wanted seen it on a commercial. This organic deodorant, this natural stuff, and I was like, that stuff is not gonna work, right? And it costs more money. I was like, it's not gonna work. I was like, it's still gonna be musty. He used it one time, and it did. I was like, that stuff don't work. So he eventually we went through like I don't know how many things like deodorant, and finally found something that did work. But which is Dove. Shout out to Dove. He uses Dove, but I do too. So Dove is a good product. Soap wise, we use it for soap, body wash, and so Dove is a good product. But we talking about hygiene. Good morning, how you guys doing? I was just telling a story about at work. We between me and a female coworker and this male coworker, and we was talking about cleanliness and hygiene. But it is men's mental health awareness month. You guys take care of yourself. Hope you guys have a good morning. Having a good morning. Hope your day goes well. Probably gonna wrap this up in a minute because there haven't been as many people on here. It depends on what you're saying and whether YouTube put it in the algorithm or not. I was talking about some I don't know, normally they put stuff like this in the algorithm because it's real silly and stupid. But just make sure you guys keeping yourself clean, combing your hair, washing your hair, making sure your face is clean, washing your face, making sure everything is straight, because hygiene is very, very important, guys. But if anybody want to come in, if you want to say anything in the comments, you can put it in the comments. Thank you for the people that came in and out real quick. I don't think nobody has been on here, but I seen a couple people come in and leave. That was like 1 second, so it's probably gonna it wasn't long enough. They ain't still here long enough, so I'm gonna say 0 views when I get off here. But I hope you guys have a good morning. I am on here I tried 3 times a day, Monday through Friday. Um, I try to do Saturdays for the Laundromat Chronicles. I haven't did it in a minute because it be people in that laundromat and they be thinking I'm talking to myself. But I probably start back doing that because people was viewing it Saturday mornings when I was washing clothes in the laundromat. But because I don't have a washer and dryer at home. But like I said, 6 a.m. for Waking Up with Tasha, 6 p.m. for the mental health check-in, and 9 p.m. for the silent live, which seems to be where I get my views with these silent lives. And if I'm being honest, if I come on here, I don't know, I got an idea where I probably just set my phone up again when I get back home today and do a silent live and see how many people view it and see how that works. Just to see, do a little thing, see how it works, see if I get more views when I'm not on here than when I am. You would think people want to talk and want to converse, but they don't. But I hope you guys had a good breakfast, whatever you had for breakfast, whether it's pancakes, went out to McDonald's or Hardee's or Burger King or whatever you eat, Starbucks. I know people are Starbucks people. Go out and get your coffee, just Starbucks coffee and stuff like that. But hope you guys have a good day. God bless and much love to all of you. Bye.